Hi, I'm Lynn Ritchie, and I'd like to tell you a little story about the Amy's Army and the Saving Pears Pink Glow Walk. It all started for me back in 2018, July to be specific, with Amy, my wife, being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, stage 4. And it was found in her spine and in her pelvic bones. And so that started our journey. Went through all the treatments and all of that good stuff. And we ended up in October of 2019 attending the Susan G. Komen Walk in Charlotte for the first time with several of our friends. And during that walk, we saw huge amounts of people, survivors and thrivers, and people fighting this bad disease, all coming together to help support each other and love on each other and show that they cared. It was a community event that we realized, and it meant so much to Amy and to me and my family and all of our friends that we decided during COVID, where nobody was supposed to get together, 2020 and 2021, we decided to do it in Kannapolis as a small group of friends and people. We started out small. We had about 30 people the first year or so. And 21, Amy passed in February of 21. And I was a little bit more willing to try to get this thing going really good. And so we had our walk in October. And at that time, we'd started talking to Mackenzie and Kyle, Stephan, Kate Giono, people downtown that were helping to revitalize the area, and trying to get them to be a part of it and help us grow this event so that we could help more people in our community. In 21, we had a few more people. We had about 45 or 50 people walking, and we all took great pictures together and enjoyed the moment, and we raised a little over $2,000 that went to the Komen Foundation at the time. And then in 22, we really got the help of Old Armor, Tipsy Hair, Local Patriots Roasting Company, Mackenzie, Kristen Rogers. We really got a large group of people there that really wanted to make this happen. So that year we did our walk, and we named it Saving Pears Pink Glow Walk for breast cancer. So we got together, and it was an evening event. We had glow wands, we had all kinds of pink things going about, people dressed up in their best pink and brought everything they could do to make this a special event for them. We had survivors that came and participated with us, and we had a great evening. And we raised, that year was realistically the first year of Saving Pears. We raised over $11,000, which 100% of it was donated to the Breast Health Center here in Concord through Cabarrus Healthcare Foundation. So we continued to grow. We had many sponsors, and I want to thank all of our sponsors and all of our participants at this point, that we could not do this without you. The next year, 2023, we had the same thing. It was a Pink Glow Walk again. We had over 20 sponsors that year, and we had close to 200, or a little over 200 registered walkers. We raised and donated 100%, $22,000 to the Breast Health Center. And we wanted to do more, so we continued to do this. And last year, 2024, we did the same thing again, and we had 25 sponsors, and we had almost 300 walkers that registered. And that time we donated $23,500 during a particular bad time after Hurricane Helena devastated Western North Carolina. People were donating money for a lot of that stuff. So we feel very fortunate that we raised as much as we did. So that is some of the history, why we do this. And the big why for me is breast cancer has touched me and my family really bad. Amy's sister passed with it right after Amy and I were married. She left 2 young daughters that Amy helped raise. My sister passed from it. My mother is a survivor. So we know how this devastates a family. We know firsthand what it's like to go through chemo and radiation. We know what it's like to get those words that you have cancer, and it's not a pleasant feeling. It's not something you want to go home and tell your children that mom has cancer. But that's what we had to do with our 2 boys, Zed and Casey. And they were both, getting into college at that point, so it was a difficult time for them. So I know what it's like personally for people to have to go through this. And what my thought is of this Saving Pears Pink Glow Walk and some other things maybe is that maybe we can help other people get early diagnostics, get the mammograms and the radiological services and the tests they need but can't afford. Maybe this helps them get over the hump and get early detection and help them live as much normal life as possible. It's a community thing, and that's how I would approach it. A lot of our sponsors are personal friends of mine and my family. We've known each other for a long time, and we're reaching out to other folks that don't know the story, that don't know the reason why. But that's why we're doing this. We want to get the word out to help people understand that there is a possibility for a better life. There is hope. And that hope comes with a lot of love from all of us, all the folks in our community trying to help in any way possible give you a better life or to help with a better life. That's why we do it. That's why I do it. And I would hope that you could help us do this.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Lingefelt, one of the 3 co-founders of Savin Pears Breast Cancer Glow Walk. We have decided to host the walk at night and call it the Glow Walk. We thought this would be something different and would add another level of excitement. All participants get a pink styrofoam glow wand when they register, and there is no greater feeling than seeing the hundreds of people wave their pink glow wands in the air. It will send chills down your spine and fill your eyes with tears. One of the most indescribable feelings for me is seeing some of the survivors come up and ring the bell at the end of the walk. Each year, the atmosphere gets better and better. We have a DJ, the Breast Health Center sets up a booth, and it's very interactive with all of our walkers. Our co-founder Lynn purchased this gorgeous survival bell in Amy's memory, and we highly encourage all of the survivors to ring the bell, loud and proud. Survivors show up dressed in pink from head to toe, and most of the time they are surrounded by family and friends and loved ones who love and support them. It's a hard feeling to describe all of the emotions of the evening. You just have to experience it, and we hope to see you there.
Hey, my name is Kristen Rogers, and I am one of the 3 co-founders of the Savin Pears Breast Cancer Glow Walk. Amy was one of my closest and dearest friends. We lived beside each other for years, and our kids are close in age. Her family is my family. Her diagnosis was heartbreaking, and I was alongside her during her journey, as was many of her friends, and we called ourselves Amy's Army. When Lynn approached me about the walk, I didn't hesitate to jump in and help. Of course, we knew we needed more help than the 2 of us, so we reached out to Mackenzie Lingefelt, who was very, very connected to the newly revived downtown Kannapolis, which is where we wanted the walk to be. Mackenzie didn't hesitate to join our forces, along with Kyle Lingefelt from Old Armor Brewery. Lynn and I felt their strong social media presence and connections with the downtown Kannapolis customers would be very helpful in promoting the walk. We all met to collaborate, and that's when Savin Pears was created. We have successfully completed 3 walks, raising over $50,000 for the Atrium Cabarrus Breast Health Center. In 2024, we had over 300 walkers.
Hello, my name is Jana Riley, and I'm the director of the Breast Health Center at Atrium Health Cabarrus. Breast cancer touches nearly every family, whether it's grandmother, mother, sister, spouse, or a friend. And with 1 in 8 women facing a diagnosis in their lifetime, early detection is critical. Yet in Cabarrus County, our screening rates for women over the age of 40 fall below the state average, leaving too many at risk. The number one barrier that we hear is lack of health insurance. Only half of uninsured women ages 50 to 74 receive regular mammograms. Even insured women face challenges from confusing policies to unexpected costs. For many, basic survival needs like choosing food or housing take precedence over their own health care. That's why the Glow Walk matters so much. Thanks to the generous support, it has provided over 1,900 breast health services in the past 3 years, bridging gaps and saving lives. Continued funding is not just helpful, it's essential to ensuring every woman in our community has access to the care she deserves.
Hi, my name is Sandra Allison, and I am an 11-year breast cancer survivor. I met Lynn while we were co-chairing the Susan G. Komen Walk, and we started talking about how the funds were not staying in the community to help those here in our area. So Lynn reached out to me once he established the Savin Pairs Glow Walk and asked me to be a part of that. So I became a part of that walk by providing educational materials around breast cancer because I am a part of a breast cancer support group that goes out and provides education to people. I am also a recipient of some of the funding that the walk has raised. During my unemployment for 7 months, I was able to take advantage of some of the funding that was provided to the Atrium Breast Health Center in order to get a mammogram as a survivor for breast cancer. So that is something that was very important. Not having the insurance, this walk brought the funds that were needed for me to be able to continue to have my mammogram during the time I was unemployed. So I am a direct recipient of this walk, have enjoyed being a part of the walk, and will continue to be a part of the walk, and hope that everyone else will support the walk.
When a family member dies that you're very close to, your life changes. The love doesn't go away. It just changes form. And you have to realize there's going to be moments in time that you're going to carry on, and they're not going to be there. There's going to be no more birthdays, no more weddings for you to go to, for your wife to attend their son's weddings. There's no more pictures. Your pictures stop. There's no more current pictures. So my point is, try to help people live a long and happy life. That is my objective by doing this. Thank you.